family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
TeNika's Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all, and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Welcome. Come on in. I know that we're early, you guys, so just come on and have a seat. We've got two updates. We're going to talk about the Cupcake, Camille McKinney case down there in Alabama, and we're going to talk about Amari Nicholson that's in Las Vegas. You remember the little boy that came up missing? The mom went to go take care of her mother in Denver, where I'm from, you guys. And so we got some updates that we're going to talk about. So just make yourself relax. We've got about 7 more minutes. So let's just kick back. Thank you, Woke to God, for the question and the answer times. We need that. We need that. We need to try to get our +2 and above so that they won't take it this time and we can get back in our bleed. We can get back in our B. Because I don't know. I really don't like the C, but I mean, it's all what it is. It'd be what it be. So we're live on Picosha and we're live on YouTube. I was going to start going live on TikTok also. So, you guys, let's make sure you share, subscribe. If you're not a part of the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Let me see who's all in the building. I want to see who's in the building. We got Six Sense, Lisa Taylor, Sanja, Gloria. We got Candy Richardson. Hey, Candy. How them babies doing, Candy? Brown Sugar's in the building. Hey, Brown Sugar. Ruby Turner, Lisa Taylor. Zena is in the building. Zena Torbert is in the building. T-Star is here. Miss Philly G is in the building. Miss Philly G. I like that name. Miss Philly G. Nancy LaRose. Yes, this is all family. We got Bev in here. Bev Grubbs. Hope I said it right. Janet Dunbar. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while, sister. Glad you made it right on in. Come on in. Come on in. You guys have a seat. You know, Miss Capricorn is here. I know a lot of people do not remember. Marsha Poole is in the building. All right. I'm seeing family up in here I haven't seen in a while. So you guys, Tracy, how you doing, Tracy? Nice to see you. Come on in. D Wade, what's going on? D Wade is in the building. And yes, Lisa Taylor. I think I got everybody. Cherie Johnson. What's going on? I see you in the building. Lisa Calhoun. K Solo. Oh, K Solo. K Solo. Cherie Johnson. Lisa Calhoun. Miss Philly G. I see the same names, but I'm calling them like I see them. And we got Wanda Lenore. Hey, Wanda Lenore. And over here in Poco Land, we have Woke the God. We have Amari, Purple D. We have Cole. We have Lisa T in the building. So we got 5 over here and we got 70 over here so far. So you guys, I just want you guys to, let you guys know I appreciate you guys showing up. We got Summer Ash done come running in the building. How you doing, Summer Ash? What's going on with you? What is going on? Lisa done came in here. You guys, we're going to talk about the Camille McKinney case. The little girl. I think she was around about 3 years old. She came up missing, I don't know, and in Alabama on October. I think it was around about October the 8th, back in 2019. You guys, we went over this case for a whole year. Hey, Bertha Williams is in the building, and Crystal done came in here. Miss Tina done came in here, and Joyce done came in here, and Joy done came in the building. How you guys doing? So you're going to start seeing a lot of updates because, trials are coming up. Cases is, people are doing stuff, getting caught. If they didn't get caught the first time, they got caught the second time or whatever. So we're going to keep you updated on everything. This is what other people don't do. They just don't do it. You guys, you can tell me anything, but I don't see other people. They don't go back and refresh it and let you know what happened in the case. You know what I'm saying? Like if I wanted to know about Cupcake, where am I going to go? Everybody was hitting the story when it was going viral. Everybody getting angry at everybody, but everybody had something to say. Now it's not viral, and they got the people who did it. Okay, now what? We just stopped caring about what happened? No, you got to see it through. If you did have feelings about this little girl, of course you want to know what's going on or what happened, or did they get off? Did somebody say that they're guilty? Or what just went on? So we're going to always try to keep you updated. When I know, you guys get to know, and I've got mods out there always, they always got their eyes and their ears open and helping. And so the Nicole Amari case, and remember, we were all over that case on the Amari case. I mean, we was on it in Las Vegas, and I'm going to tell you something before we get started. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, I don't know why they couldn't find Amari if he was just right next door to McDonald's. If the child was taken out the home, the dogs could have found him. I don't know what's going on. Like, are they really putting, I don't get it, y'all. Maybe I just don't get it. So I'm not going to get it. And maybe once we get Diesel out there and we see what Diesel is doing, maybe I can understand it, because I can't understand it, because my dog made it home from Oklahoma and I seen what the dogs can do. So why they're not getting them out there, I don't know. But I thank God that we got one, that we're going to get him, all taken care of and put him on out there. And then maybe, it's hard to say something when you know what I'm saying? Like, what you going to do? You want to talk about what's not being done? We'll do something. That's what we do. We do something. We do what we can with our budget. So this is what we do. Anyway, you guys, now we finna get started. Let's go. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, now
See this? Now you cannot go again.
Baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
You guys. Hey, okay. We're always playing that intro because Cody is in our hearts and we want everybody to remember that picture. We don't forget about him. We're still looking for Cody. And this is what's going to happen. Just like on all these other cases. Everybody's, where's Cody? Where's Cody? Where's Cody? Where's Cody? A year or two go by, 3 years go by. And then now nobody's thinking about Cody no more. Guys, I can't do it. Once I got my feelings in there, I want to know what happened or whatever. So anyway, let's get on the Camille McKinney. That's the little girl's name. What happened was, it was October. It's almost about 3 years exact, you guys, because today is the 5th. But it was about October the 8th. The mother, April Thomas, is the mother of Camille. I just love to just call her Cupcake because that's her name. She brought Cupcake over to her cousin's house to play with another little girl, which was her cousin, Ava. We found out the little girl's name is Ava, okay? So, and they were best friends. So they were having a party. They wasn't invited or anything. If you don't know the story, I'm trying to let you guys know it now. So, kids was out there playing. So all the little kids was out there playing. So, Cupcake got out the car and, she see the bouncies and the kids and everything. And she started playing too. And then when they came time to go home, somehow, somewhere, Cupcake wasn't around. They have started that trial, you guys. You know that they have arrested 2 people, Patrick Stallworth and Quintessa Brown. And sometimes they call her Dorica, or they call her Derek Brown, but they're same person. So if you hear me say Quintessa or Derek or Dorica, they're all the same person. She spelled her name wrong. She likes to be called Dorica, but she spelled it Derek, but she changed her name, but she was born with the name Quintessa. So that is it in a nutshell. So I want you guys to understand, I do have a video that I will share with you, but first of all, let's get into what happened Monday. I told you guys they were going to trial. They started trial Monday, and they started. They didn't only pick a juror. I thought they were just going to pick a juror, and they was going to work out some stuff, and then sometime during the week they was going to. No, they started Monday. Do you guys hear me? They started Monday. Okay. So a lot of stuff took place Monday. Matter of fact, the first thing that they did their opening, and then they called the first witness. The first witness was April Thomas. I had got phone calls about it and everything, and I was like, we just got off the line. I could have told everybody what happened. So anyway, what happened? Let me tell you. They asked. I got the days right here, but they were asking April what happened or whatever, and I know April is probably just going all back through this. It's really terrible. To be honest with you guys, I really, if I couldn't, if I wasn't, loving on this child, I wouldn't say anything. I'm just being honest with you. I would leave it alone because I know the mother's hurt, and sometimes she thinking people are talking about her. I'm not going to talk about the young lady because, she think I don't like her. It ain't got nothing to do with me liking anybody or anything. I'm nobody. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? I was just, I never accused her of anything. Never. I mean, we just had our words, but whatever. So I'm just letting you guys know, I'm still going to tell you guys what happened. So on Monday, October the 3rd, 2022, 8 a.m. in the morning, here's a preview of what happened in court. One of the defendants accused of in the disappearance and death of 3-year-old Kamille Cupcake McKinney will stand trial this week on federal kidnapping counts. The prosecution alleges that Patrick Stallworth and Derek Brown used candy to lure McKinney away from a birthday party in Tom Brown Village. In October 2019, following an extensive citywide search, McKinney's body was recovered in a dumpster a week later. Forensics evidence indicated that McKinney likely fought for her life. Testimony revealed Stallworth's DNA was found under McKinney's fingernails. During a state court hearing, investigation also testified DNA evidence from McKinney, Stallworth, and Brown was found on a plastic bed cover in the couple's apartment. Both face federal kidnapping charges and capital murder. A juror is expected to be seated in Stallworth's federal kidnapping trial on Monday, October the 3rd. In previous hearings, Chief Judge anticipated opening statements would begin Monday afternoon with jury deliberations slated for later in the week. It's unclear how many witnesses will be called, but Stallworth elected not to move the trial to Tuscaloosa, which I'm going to tell you guys, guess what? TeNika moved her trial over there to Tuscaloosa. So I don't know how we're gonna get that information, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be on it. Okay. So Stallworth decided to have his right there in Birmingham, and with summons potential jurors from Tuscaloosa and Walker County. The Department of Justice elected not to seek the death penalty. Okay. Lead up to the trial, both Stallworth and Brown's defense argues to suppress statements they independently made to police in the initial phases of the investigation. Stallworth's motion was denied, and the ruling hasn't been entered on TeNika Quintessa Brown's case yet. Brown's kidnapping trial is scheduled for November in Tuscaloosa. Brown change of venue request was granted earlier this year. After the federal cases are adjudicated, both are scheduled to stand trial on state capital murder counts. If found guilty, they will face the death penalty. Okay, so that's what happened on the first day. You guys are just letting you guys know on the first day. So I told you guys, let me scroll down because it's a lot. So that's why we're going to get on in it. Okay, it says day one. Okay, here we go. A 16-person jury was selected in Patrick Stallworth's federal kidnapping case. So 16 people were picked and seated. Monday, it took attorneys roughly 5 hours to strike a juror in the high-profile case. The jury composed of 13 women. Okay, you guys might want to take notes. I don't know. I mean, some people do. 13 women and 3 men. Stallworth elected not to move the trial to a different Division, which will pull jurors from outside of Jefferson County. Attorneys spent over an hour with the jurors late Monday outlining what they can expect to see during the trial. During the open statements, Assistant United States Attorney Lloyd, Criminal Division Chief, promised jurors the government would present evidence that linked Stallworth with McKinney's disappearance and death. And then it says, I will warn you that some of this evidence will not be easy to see or hear, but in order to bring justice, we are going to ask that you do exactly that. That's what Peoples explained. Peoples is an attorney, okay, you guys? So when I say people, it's Peoples. It's Peeples, okay? So the evidence previewed by the government, including phone records, DNA evidence from Stallworth's apartment, DNA evidence from McKinney's autopsy, and recordings from Stallworth's meeting with the law enforcement. So Peoples alleges, that's the attorney People alleges, Stallworth's statements to law enforcement shifted over the course of the investigation. So it's telling you that he changed it numerous times. Shortly after McKinney's body was recovered, the defendant, Stallworth, admitted to knowing things that only Cupcake's kidnapper would know, states, the attorney Peoples. Peoples pointed to new evidence, a text message. We did not know nothing about this. A text message from Stallworth sent from the Jefferson County Jail, a text message sent 10 days after Camille's body was found, a message that said, I am sorry I did this. It was an accident. That poor baby's family. So Attorney Peeps quoted to the jurors, that same quote I just said to you guys. He texts a family member, Patrick Stallworth, texted a family member, and this is what it said. I am sorry I did this. It was an accident. That poor baby's family. That's new. I did not know that or whatever. So defense attorney Derek Collins, now when I say Derek Collins, I'm talking about the defense attorney that works for Patrick Stallworth. So defense attorney Derek Collins quickly told the jurors there's only one fact established in this case, right? The only fact is that Mr. Stallworth is an innocent man. Collins explained to the jurors. Collins said Stallworth wasn't involved in the crime and went as far to say the government doesn't have the evidence to prove his case beyond a reasonable doubt. He says, I can tell you who did it, Collins said of McKinney's kidnapping. She's the author behind all of this. TeNika Brown did it. You guys, that's what they said in court. Brown is Stallworth's co-defendant and girlfriend. Collins shifted the blame to Brown, stating she couldn't handle losing custody of her children, which prompted McKinney's kidnapping. Evidence will show my client didn't know Brown kidnapped Cupcake, Collins told the jurors. Whoa. He's going to show proof that he didn't know that this baby was kidnapped. Then the government called McKinney's mother, Cupcake's mother. I'm just going to call her Cupcake because McKinney just sounds so grown. And this is a baby. They both need life. I'm sorry. Okay. So how do you accidentally SA a child? I know. So the government, or you could say the prosecution or the state side, called April Thomas to the stand. It was their very first witness. Thomas described October the 12th. It was October the 12th, you guys. I don't know why I kept on saying the 8th. I don't know. But anyway, she described October the 12th in the 2019 in the jury, the day of McKinney's disappearance, Cupcake's disappearance, and the last time she saw her daughter alive. Thomas and her children was visiting a family member house in Tom Brown Village, where Cupcake often played with her cousin. As the sun began to set, Thomas asked her son to go tell Cupcake it's time to go home. He was panicked. He came in and said he couldn't find her. Thomas recalled, I looked and couldn't find her. All I found was her shoes. I was sick to my stomach. Thomas was the first and final witness of the day. The government expects to call upward of about 20 witnesses over the course of the trial. Testimony resumes Tuesday morning. All that was left behind was her shoes, for that's what her mother to find. Her body was found mixed in with trash, disregarded, and left to more than 10 days, prosecutor said. Prosecutor says methamphetamines was found in Cupcake's body. Okay. Okay, let's go with day number 2. On day 2, Tuesday, October the 4th, they both deserve the death penalty. They have made a deal to not receive what they deserve. I know. I get you. How you doing, Nun? What's going on? Hey, Crystal. How you doing? Hey, Freddie, what's going on? I see you. Soldier Girl is in the building. What's going on? Goddess is here. They both deserve it. Neither called police that night. We're going to talk a little bit. Hopefully we can have some time. That's why I'm trying to get through this. But day 2, Tuesday, October the 4th, 12 p.m. Here's the update. The government took jurors to the home where Cupcake was kidnapped to begin the day 2 of the trial. So they took the jurors on a little, I guess, what you call a field trip to the Tom Brown apartment complexes to show them where she was taken from so that they can get an understanding of what's going on out there, how the adults are out there, how they're out there all night. Like, it is actually a drug infested area. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was probably a good thing that they went to go see, like, yeah. So the government took the jurors to the home where Kamille Cupcake was kidnapped to begin the day 2 of the trial. Shenette Long, that is April's cousin that she was visiting. So Shenette Long lived in Tom Brown Village in Avondale, where McKinney and her family visit on October the 12th, 2019. Long testified McKinney and her daughter, Ava, were best friends. When McKinney and her family arrived, Long said Ava and McKinney ran to play at a birthday party outside her apartment. Okay, when it was time for McKinney and her family to leave, Long said McKinney's older brother ran inside and said he couldn't find her. Long said her daughter looked startled. I asked Ava, where was Cupcake? And Long testified, she said Cupcake got in the car with that man. He took her to get candy at the store. The defense worked to keep this testimony off the record, arguing the validation of a statement made by a child, which was overruled. Long recounted everyone's frivolously began searching for Cupcake, going door to door while others searched local service stations. People started searching, and we found her shoes in the backyard. That's when we knew she was really missing, Long recalled. Less than an hour later, Long called 911, they're saying, to report Cupcake disappearance. Okay, I'm just reading it by what they're saying. The body camera video from the responding officer showed Long, McKinney's mother, showed Long. McKinney's mother, April Thomas, and several children outside searching for McKinney. The children gave the officers a vehicle description, a blue Toyota with a brown bumper. Evidence showed the vehicle registered to Derica Brown, Star Wars girlfriend and defendant, was a blue Toyota with gold trim. Thank you, Soldier Girl. Thank you, Soldier Girl. Don't let me forget you, Soldier Girl. I'll write it down so I won't forget it. Soldier Girl. Got it right here. Okay, let me keep going. The government or the state also called the FBI case agent Eric Salvador, who recounted the initial days of the investigation and how the agency developed its case. Assistant United States Attorney Lloyd Peoples used Salvador testimony to introduce various surveillances videos he collected during the investigation. The videos recounted Stalwart's and Brown's movement throughout the day. McKinney was kidnapped. One of the videos shows Stalwart purchasing candy around noon at a service station, which paralleled to the testimony that McKinney was lured away with candy. Another video showed the defendants stopping, listen you guys, stopping at a service station in the blue Toyota SUV later that day, and Brown was seen exiting the passenger door and walked inside the store. That's very important that you guys just heard what I said. There, like I told you guys, there was a video of Derica getting out that car and going into the filling station and purchasing. You know, that's why I tried to tell her, like, you wasn't under no, you wasn't blacking in. Girl, you was walking into the filling station. You knew exactly what you were doing. She was like, no, I wasn't. I was just there. I was drunk. I was high in the car. No, you was not. No, they ain't got, they ain't showed me that. They ain't got me on no video. I said, girl, I seen them for myself. You was walking. You wasn't stumbling. You walked up there just like, and paid your money for whatever you wanted. You got, what did she get? I think she ended up getting condoms or something. You see what I'm saying? And I can't remember what all she paid for. But the candy or whatever, you know, the candy that they done probably, you know, she probably, I don't know who did what, you guys. Anyway, we do know the trazodone medication is Patrick, but that doesn't mean anything. You know, give her some juicy, put the trazodone in the juicy or whatever, you know. Anyway, nevertheless, one of the videos shows Stalwart purchasing candy around noon at a service station with parallels to the testimony. Cupcake was lured away with candy. Another video shows the defendant stopping at a service station in the blue Toyota, the SUV, later on that day, and Brown was seen exiting the passenger door and walk inside the store. The court recessed for lunch afternoon. Testimony will resume after 1 p.m. A 16 hold on. Okay. So okay, we got that done. Okay, so now we're on today. I want everybody to know that we're making sure everybody get caught up, okay? This is the longest one. Oh, it wasn't even done, you guys. This is still day 2. Prosecutors spent the remainder of the day to calling witnesses. This was yesterday, and introducing evidence that would put Patrick Stalwart at Tom Brown Village around the time Cupcake was missing. The government used surveillance video to reconstruct the timeline of Star Wars Day, which started around noon. An initial video shows Star Wars purchasing candy at a service station, and other video afternoon shows appears to the Toyota. I think we read that. No, we didn't. Later that afternoon showed what appeared to be the Toyota registered to Star Wars co-defendant TeNika Brown stop and speak to some girls walking near Hayes K-8 school. Now, I know some of you guys don't remember, but remember there was some girls that was walking, and Star Wars and TeNika was allegedly had stopped them and said, "Hey, we're looking for someone. Could you help us or whatever?" And so this is what we're talking about right here. Hey, come holla at a sister is in the building. I got you on here. Come holla. Come is in the building. I got you. So this is what happened. This is what the girl said. So a 14-year-old girl who attended athletic practice at Hayes testified that she and her friends were stopped by a man and a woman in the Toyota as they walked home. Her testimony revealed the man, who's suspected to be Star Wars, asked her if she's seen someone they were looking for. So they were looking for someone. Then asked her if she wanted any candy. The teen said that's when her friend spoke up and she told me to run. The student said, "We ran down the alley in the projects." When asked if now the little girl, the 14-year-old, was asked could she pick that man out in the courtroom, there was a strong hesitation. You guys, did you hear what I just said? There was a strong hesitation. Okay? So that, you know what that tells you. I mean, allegedly, this is just, there's a strong hesitation. The young girl is young and it may not be really strong, but they're saying Star Wars looks notably different from his mugshot taken in 2019. And he does not to me. He looks the same. But this young little girl, that 14-year-old, she's scared, or the family was probably paid, but now, or, she just don't remember. You know what I'm saying? A grainy piece of video from a neighborhood surveillance camera showed a man approaching two toddler-age children playing in a field. The FBI agent, Jonathan, testified the time of the video correlates with the time frame Cupcake was reported missing. Defense attorney Derek Collins cross-examined Spakes, asking whether he could prove that it was Star Wars that was on the video. So they're trying to say it's not even him. And it's consistent, he says. So Spakes says it's consistent with a person like Star Wars. So Collins pressed Spakes and questioned whether he could prove that it was Cupcake, even in the video. This was right near Cupcake's house, he says, where she was that night. This toddler is wearing shorts. I know she was wearing shorts. Other evidence, including statements Star Wars made to police, pointed to him being at Tom Brown Village that evening. According to video from one of his interviews with Birmingham police, he and Brown were in Tom Brown Village searching, hear this, searching for the father of Brown's children. You guys remember where I told you where the father lived? He lived right across from Shenette Loan. This is why all this stuff was really important, so you guys will know this stuff. I told you they was there for a reason. And it could have been they were going to, allegedly, this is just something, they could have been, was going to kidnap her own kids. But then she got there and she just kidnapped a kid. You know what I'm saying? But there was a reason why I wanted you guys to know Calvin. Remember Calvin? That's Cortessa's baby's daddy. He lived right across from Shenette Loan. That's why that was so important. And we got to that. Okay, so Here we go with, now we're up to date. Okay. Oh, we're up to date. Hold on. Here we go. Today is October, the 5th. So a jury was seated. Okay. So October the 5th, 2022, day 3, Wednesday. On Wednesday morning, this is what happened this morning. Prosecutors began to peel back the layers of the investigation into Camille Cupcake McKinney disappearance in depth and how Patrick Stallworth and TeNika was developed as suspects in the case. The first witness of the day, Birmingham Police Detective Jonathan Ross, who oversaw the whole investigation and massive search efforts. The prosecution spent more than an hour playing videos and audio recordings from Stallworth's interview with police. The juror first saw a portion of Stallworth's initial recording interview with police on October the 13th. During that meeting, Stallworth said he was at. This is what Stallworth said on October the 13th, you guys. Stallworth said he was at Tom Brown Village, which correlated with the same day and time of Cupcake's disappearance. Stallworth stated he walked around the area and saw children playing with a mouse. Consistent with the video the jurors saw on Tuesday, which showed a man approaching 2 children, 2 toddlers, at the Tom Brown Village apartments. The second recording took jurors back to the interview room at Birmingham Police Department the day Cupcake's body was recovered. So they're looking at another video, and Stallworth requested to speak to Ross. He must have asked for an attorney. They was like, okay, they left him in the room, and then he was like, hey, I want to speak. That's how sometimes, a lot of people don't understand. They'd be like, I asked for an attorney. Yeah, but you started the conversation back up too. So just make notes. We might see that in the Cody Bixby case, you guys. I'm just saying. I don't know. I wasn't there. But jurors attentively read the transcript off the screen as the lengthy audio recording played from the interview. During this meeting, Stallworth told police Brown brought a baby home and killed her. Stallworth told officers he woke up. Now he's not even saying he's even at Tom Brown apartments. Now he's saying he woke up and saw a baby on the couch. It's just, the baby just fell out the sky, or I don't know. He just woke up and the baby was there on the couch next to Brown and didn't know how the child made it to the house. I told her, you need to go. You need to get this baby out of here. Stallworth told police, I said, this ain't your baby. Stallworth said he went back to sleep, and when he woke up, the baby was gone. I asked her where it was, and she said she took it back. Stallworth stated she kept trying to talk about the baby and how she wanted to keep the baby. He revealed to police that Brown wanted him to do something to the child, referring to inappropriately touching the child. Then Brown says she killed her. He's crying, sobbing. I tried to keep her from choking that baby. Police asked them to show how he choked the baby, and he held up his hands over his nose and mouth, according to the recording. Assistant United States Attorney Blake paused the recording, asked Ross, clarify the general cruel of their conversation. So, United States Attorney Blake says he watched TeNika Brown put his hands over his nose and mouth and killed Cupcake, and then took her out the trash. Minor question. Ross responded, that's correct. Defense attorney Derek Collins cross-examined Ross, asking the detective to confirm the statement Stallworth made to police that were true. Ross agreed. Stallworth told the truth about being in Tom Brown Village and stopping at various service stations. The court recessed at noon, you guys, and testimony will resume at 1 p.m. So while the witnesses haven't moved as quickly as expected, the government still believe it will rest on Thursday. So it's going to rest tomorrow. Okay. I haven't got the update of what happened at 1 p.m. yet. She said, I never leave the platform, but this is horrible. I know. Okay. I want to share with you guys. Soldier Girl, here is 2 tickets for you. 590741 twice. You got 2 tickets. I will put them in the thing. Come holler at a sister. 590-740. Thank you. I'm going to share with you guys after this little break. I think it's a minute break. The update on the Amari Nicholson case.
Thank you! Thank you!
Okay, you guys. Yes, thank you, Lisa T, for the applause, and Rosie, thank you coming on in. You got us where we need to be over there on Precaution. I appreciate you very much. So, you guys, I want to give you a little update. It's not a lot of information. It just came in like 40 minutes ago, and you know, I don't have the receipts, but it's very, very credible mod that we have that always out there getting all the updates for me. So we done broke it down. So you guys remember there was a little boy named Amari Nicholson in the Las Vegas area. He came up missing, and his mother was in Denver taking care of her mother, and her boyfriend had took the baby out, got mad at mama, and took the baby out, and then took him next door and put him in the hole in a drain next to another motel room. Well, okay. And remember, his name is Terrell Rhodes. That's the boyfriend's name. Well, remember, anybody remember what I'm talking about? Please put a 1 in the chat. Please do. They're trying to get me off of here. Let's see what's going on. If you remember, please put a 1 in the chat. I don't want to be talking just to myself. And we loved on that baby. We loved on that baby. We loved on the baby. And then when they finally found the baby, it was just terrible. The mama didn't have no emotion. She was like, I just believed him. I believed him. And then he finally said he did it, but he was going to kill himself. And so he's in jail, right? Well, we was trying to get a hold. His name was Rose, Terrell Rose or whatever. So anyway, there was a young man that came on the news. You guys remember there was a young man named JB that came on the news that was saying that he helped raise Amari. Okay? You guys remember that? Please put a 3 in the chat. If you remember, there was another guy, not the baby's daddy. There was another guy she dated named JD that helped raise the baby, and that he was around when the domestic violence. Matter of fact, I was telling you guys what happened to the father. I can't remember what the father's name was, but he had told, the things that he had told me we were going to get him on. And he basically, it was like, I can't do it. And I said, fine, I'm not going to push you to do something. You know what I'm saying? But how he got the domestic violence case in the first place. He was going to work, paying for a house, and he came home, found this guy in his home with his woman. Okay. him and Taylor Nicholson got into it. It wasn't no hitting going on, but when the police got there, JD said he hit her. That's what was told to me by the father. Instead of fighting it because she got somebody saying, I seen this, the one that was caught in another man's house. Told the police, I seen him hit her. So that's why the father was like, you know what? I didn't even do what they say, but it's best for me to just go ahead and do my time. I'm not going to fight it. And, that's it. That settles it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, JD and Taylor Nicholson is back together. There's so much back together, you guys. Yeah, Giorgio is the father. Yeah, Giorgio is the father. Thank you, Miss Didi. I knew somebody was going to remind me what. I knew his name wasn't JD. I was like, no, JD is the boyfriend. Yeah, we had to get it right before we came on here. So JD was the one that was like, I love that boy. That's my son. Everybody's talking about that's my son. That's my son. Anyway, JD and Taylor got back together after all of this happened. And they just got arrested, you guys. They were arrested yesterday, actually. But the news hit today. But they got arrested yesterday for assault and battery on a pregnant woman. Taylor's in jail and JD's in jail. So those are the updates. When Giorgio told me what happened, I try to tell y'all in a little bit of way, but that was, he didn't mind. He just, he was going to come on, but he was like, I'm just trying to get over and I just didn't want to put him through that. So when people kept on saying, when is he going to come on? When is he going to come on? I just didn't even want to press it. I didn't want to press it. I actually had a recording and everything. And I was just like, no. So if anybody got anything that they want to say, you can call in. You can say that is the update. I know it was very lengthy, but when we talked Monday about the cupcake case, the only thing I knew, they were going to court to pick a juror. I did not know they was going to start, and they were just going through it. But they're saying that they're going to be done by the end of this week. Hey, Tina Powers, how you doing? Let me see where we at over here, see if we're going to be all right. Oh, yeah, we might be all right. Well, we might be all right. We just might. We might be all right. Judy says, sorry, I'm late. And anybody that has some things that's coming, I just want you to look out for them. Judy, I got your stuff sent out to you. Tina Powers, I got your stuff sent out to you. That's what I've been working on, you guys. LaKendra, I got your stuff sent out to you. Lisa Taylor, I got your stuff sent out to you. And Freddie Johnson, I got your stuff sent out to you. If I'm missing anybody, please let me know right now. And everybody good? Everybody straight? Okay. I'm going to put these tickets in here while I'm sitting here. The update's a big wow. I know. Like I said, a lot of times, some people, they'll run to the next story, you guys. And I'm going to tell you something. I get it. I get it and I understand it. Running to the next story. You want to solve it or something. But when people say that they love these kids, and how could you just go on and never know what happened? I can't do it. I just can't do it. Cole said the salt and pepper shakers. What you talking about, Cole? You like the salt and pepper shakers? Oh, you want to see the salt and pepper shakers? I don't know. Somebody's calling. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, SP. This is Kendra.
Hey.
And it's funny that you say that because, I'm around the area. Not straight over there. I'm like maybe 5 miles away. But I just seen her 5 days ago.
You seen Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Still with the same stuff. So this must be, he done stepped in, and when I heard him taking up for her, I thought he was probably like an upstanding guy. No. He done just stepped in to be a new pimp. Because she walking a strip.
Oh, she was walking a strip?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
I passed by because I was going to get my kids some food over there. And I didn't mean to be rude, but when I noticed who she was, I did say some vulgar shit out the window, but man, nah, he ain't good.
Yeah, is he her pimp?
He must be the new one.
Oh, wow. That's why they all fighting over this girl like this and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't understand it. Like, my kid gone, all of this. I just think she don't have no guidance. Nobody, where's her mom? They have called for her help,
Her mom is in Denver.
Yeah, but when you see your daughter got arrested again after her baby gone, when you lend out the help, like, let me help my daughter.
Well, she's
walking the streets still.
Her mama was really mad when that baby came up, yeah.
So that's all I want to say. I just seen her. And it's funny that you say, oh, they both in jail. Well, he must be the new pimp.
Yeah. Well, they was beating some pregnant woman.
Wow.
They both was beating the pregnant woman. And
I wonder if we get a mug shot because she looked a little bit different. She looked real bad.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I stay right here. So I'm like, wow, when you said that, I'm like, ooh, I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I've seen her 5 days ago.
Wow.
She looked bad.
Well,
The new pimp, it is what it is. She ain't gonna change no kind of way. She don't want no help. She don't want no savior. It's bad that her baby gone, but she don't want no help. That girl don't want no help.
Well, somebody's saying you can't help somebody that don't want no help.
Yeah.
You can't help them.
People hurt people.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I'm going to drop down. I'm in the chat.
All righty. Thank you.
I just wanted to let you know I did see her.
Wow.
Right here 5 days ago. And when you brought up that news, like, oh, they in jail. Well, he must be the new pimp.
Yeah. I knew something was wrong with when he got on the news and was like, that's like my son and all this other stuff,
I personally, I can't benefit without, like, okay, it's somebody trying to help somebody that seemed like might need help.
Right.
Then for you to say that today, I'm like, no, I just saw this girl 5 days ago.
Wow.
She's still walking out there, out there.
Right.
Still out there.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, we can't save everybody.
Right.
So I'll drop down back in the chat.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. We had one more phone call that come in. Call on back on in. We had one person calling in. I'm going to try to wait for you for a little bit to see if you're going to call on in. Here we go. Hello, this is SP.
Hey, SP, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Did you say that the 14-year-old couldn't identify Patrick?
The 14-year-old could not identify Patrick. Oh, do y'all want to see the video?
So that makes them 17 now.
Right.
Wow.
Right. She hesitated and she could not identify Patrick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is the court open to the public?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Y'all, let me show y'all a video real quick. I kept a video so y'all can see. Patrick does not look no different to me, but
Witness of the day on the stand is an FBI case agent. Right now, they're using videos, surveillance videos, to reconstruct the day ahead of the alleged kidnapping of Kamille Cupcake McKinney. The FBI is using surveillance videos that show Patrick Stallworth and his co-defendant Derek Brown stopping at various gas stations. Yesterday, in opening statements, the prosecution said that they would prove that Derek Brown attempted to lure Cupcake away from a birthday party at Tom Brown Village by giving her candy. They are showing videos this afternoon of Patrick Stallworth going in gas stations, buying candy, upwards of $20 of candy, as early as noon that same day. That's as far as they had gotten when I stepped out of the courtroom, but they're clearly trying to reconstruct the timeline to put Stallworth at the scene of the crime, which we expect we'll probably get to after lunch today. Some of the biggest key points of testimony started with the first witness of the day. It was a cousin to Camille Cupcake McKinney, and she actually lived in Tom Brown Village. That's who they were visiting at the time of the kidnapping. Her daughter, a 3-year-old, was Cupcake's very best friend, and it was her daughter that told her that Cupcake got in a truck with a man who went to take her to get some candy. Of course, as you can imagine, the defense worked to get that statement struck from the record and keep that from the jury, but it was ultimately overruled. That's something that I think will go a long way in this trial in terms of putting Stallworth at the scene of the crime. They're not just quite there yet. We're thinking they may be able to get through 5 or so witnesses by the end of the day. Yesterday, the government told us they expect to call around 20 total witnesses. That means we've got a lot of work to do to get to that point. They still expect to wrap up this trial by Friday.
Okay, we got one more phone call. Go ahead, caller.
Good afternoon, Miss Esty. Oh my God, what a mama this is. Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor had the lovely little baby Amari. And she tried. Remember when they were interviewing she and Terrell. Terrell had on the white t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't face the cameras. Nobody. And when they found that baby behind the McDonald's. And when they went looking for the baby, they passed behind the dumpsters and everywhere. She made a U-turn by the dumpster. She knew what the hell was going on.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people said she didn't want people when they wanted to all come and congregate at the McDonald's. She was like, no, she didn't want nobody around the McDonald's. Like she knew.
No, she knew.
Who knows?
And then they arrested Terrell and stuff like that. And while Terrell was in jail, she was still out there doing the ladies of the night. Bam! And they arrested her for prostitute, remember?
Yeah.
And this, she didn't care. She did not love that baby because why would you leave that baby first to begin with? She was leaving the baby with Terrell. She and him were having their ups and downs.
Right.
And going and take a plane, going out of town to visit her mama.
Right. I think she got a drug problem really bad.
Yes. She's a good-looking girl and she have a good body, but hey, you are there selling your body. So much shit going on out there. She never cared about that baby.
Right.
Because she gave them a distraction when they were going to go by the McDonald's.
Right.
And this something. And he acted like he so cared about this baby and stuff like that. Wow. Look it. The apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Right. Right. He was talking bad about the daddy Giorgio and everything. And I was like, and he like, that's my kid. You know good and well, you don't do that. You're not the baby's daddy, so shut up. And you got the daddy arrested and everything. I just didn't put it out there. I wanted to put it out there, but I didn't. If he would have, put it out there if we need to. But I knew this guy was gonna be terrible. But he just wanted her back. He wanted her back. They're looking at her like she's money. She's their money maker.
All money is not good money.
True.
Because that same money he could take her out.
Right.
He could take her out.
Right.
Wow, he has to be her pimp. He's
got
to be one of her pimps.
Well, he's in jail and she's in jail. So hopefully, if they seeing her being very, destructive with her life, like, they need to get her off the street so she can get recovered or something.
Right, clean up herself and stuff like that.
I mean, who knows if she knew where the baby, if because nobody don't really know if she had anything to do with the baby being dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Remember, they found blood splash on the wall. Remember that?
Yeah. And then she acting like, oh, I just believed him. How are you gonna believe him? And they got blood on the walls.
Yeah, she believed her 100%. Standing there with the interview, he wearing the t-shirt as white as sky and talking about, whoever have him where he is, bring him back. And he was the same dog that ate that baby.
Right.
Well, how's coming? Sorry to say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the year of revealing a lot. And I mean, it seems like almost every day somebody's, going to court or they're guilty of this. And this has been a long year so far. Everything's coming to an end.
Yeah. Didn't it happen last year around that time?
2000 and it did. Yeah.
Yeah, around this time. Wow.
Yeah.
And right after that, she got arrested for prostitution.
Right. You're right. Last year.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, then let me get down.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, 1 in a million for the tunes. Okay, you guys, we're going to get off of here. Tina says Taylor just needs to be by herself and leave all these men alone. Well, she knew SP before she went to Colorado. I'm just my opinion. Yeah, Soldier Girl, thinking about it now, some just wasn't right. I don't think they could, get the time or the depth of right. When they give you a time of death, they don't be precise. Like it will be within 24 to 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's a stopwatch or, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody seen you or whatever, someone was on TV or there's a recording or something. But the child could have been dead and then she jumped on the plane, because who's seen the kid before then? Thank you, Amari. Thank you for the hearts and the musical notes. Okay, you guys, Sugar Mama, I'm with you, girl. She said, I'm so with you. I agree. Jaslyn says, this is sad. It is very sad. Michelle, I've been following the Cupcake story from the beginning. Yes, and there's another channel. It's that follows the Cupcake case. And they let me know because they called me as soon as we got off the live Monday and was like, SP, do you know that they had court? They had the whole court. They started court. And I was like, yeah, I know. They was like, no, April Thomas was first. That was anybody know Big Mama. So, so she's covering that. If you guys want to check her out, I'm only saying because something in this case is going to pop off, you guys. There's no way in the world that the defense will say he was not there, he didn't kill the baby, and they're gonna be able to show it, and then they got him saying he was there, and they got him driving, getting candy. Somebody was driving. I mean, unless they got a surprise coming. So the young lady named Big Mama, she believes that and see, this is the good. She believes that Patrick Stallworth is completely innocent. I don't take neither side. I'm just telling you what everything I hear. You know what I'm saying? And so isn't it weird how she can believe that, and me and her, we still have conversation all the time? You know why? Because she's not trying to change my mind, and I'm not trying to change hers. It's just I just believe that you shouldn't have that baby's DNA around you, and that's all I can tell you. You know, that baby's DNA should not be mixed up with nobody's DNA. Period. That's not your child. That's just not your child. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. And so when Quintessa was like, you don't understand, I wasn't talking about, thank you, Rosie, thank you for the cheers. I wasn't talking about just, oh, it's skin, I'm not talking about skin DNA where your skin cells is, I'm not talking about that. And she wants you, see, when people want you to start playing with words and stuff, and you don't know this and you don't know that, I'm not the one in jail. And I do know something. And I tried to tell her to tell if anybody else is involved, because you're going to go to jail for a very long time. Here's the thing. I said, Quintessa, they got video of you walking in the store. She said, no, they don't. She said, SP, they would have to show me that. And it's called discovery. Girl, you sound silly. I know what it's called. She said, they got to show it to me. You know how they play games. She said, Quintessa is a little slow. Well, that's why now that they're going up in front of the courts and asking the court to suppress this and suppress that, because now she's trying to say she didn't understand. It don't matter if you didn't understand anything. You still signed the paperwork. You still, and she said, everybody should be thinking me. I'm the one that told them where Cupcake was at. You still sounding stupid. How do you know where Cupcake was at unless you put her there? How do you know? Thank you, Lisa T. Anyway, you guys, I know this is a real sad case. I'm not going to get all into the gist of it, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be cussed out over there on Facebook and everything. But I am going to continue to Friday. We will have an update. Friday, we will have an update, you guys. Again, thank you, Lisa T, becoming a core fan. 5,000. Thank you, fan noise. Yeah. We're gonna make sure everybody understand what happened and what everybody say. Because you guys, she did wrong and she crazy to think she is not liable for her own actions. Exactly, soldier girl. Exactly. Cherie said, crack. You know, she could have understood if she wanted to understand. She just acting like she don't understand. The girl is very, yeah. And she's in Tuscaloosa. She don't want to come back and face those people. She wants them people over there to do it. You know what I'm saying? But Cupcake story, it doesn't matter. And the only reason why it went nationwide, because it doesn't matter where she go. You know what I'm saying? They probably gave her that. They gave her that. She's not really, the venue is just in another little town. You know what I'm saying? It's not in a whole different state and all this. It ain't because who not gonna know. There's a lot of people. She just putting herself in a worse situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he still looked like the same. He still looked the same. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'll see you guys Friday. We'll have updates. and we just gonna keep it coming. All right. And I will thank everybody for coming on in.
Like, share.
Oh no, I got to give the super chat dance. Okay, let's do the super chat dance. Here we go.